So tonight, I'm going to be speaking to you about something quite controversial. At first, I wasn't really sure how to present it. I was thinking of throwing a bunch of arguments at you, hoping that with enough persuasion, you would be on my side. I wanted to throw enough words that you wouldn't be able to rebut me. But I was focusing on the persuasion and the rhetoric behind my words rather than the meaning and the passion behind my words. So then I realized that I was falling under the cycle I'm about to share with you tonight. The elephant was in the room and I was being weighed down by it. But then I came to the thought, everyone has their own opinion. Some of you may love what I'm about to say. Others may absolutely despise it. But regardless of how you feel, we have a problem and I'm sharing it with you tonight. In attempts to comfort, we've eliminated competition. With that elimination, we are also driving innovation out of our schools. So I was looking through my notes, trying to decide what points I was going to bring up, and some of them were repeating themselves, and I realized that what leads us to innovation? That was the real question. So I realized that what leads us to innovation was almost in a cycle. So me being the research-driven self, I darted to Google and I searched what leads us to innovation, an innovation cycle. The results that I found, they weren't exactly what I was looking for. They were very step-by-step, very blasé, very instructive. And I mean, if writing numbered lists and having verse conversations with someone is what brings you to that unknown, unthought of idea, then props to you. And I'm certainly not turning it down. But to me, the innovator is someone who's more natural, more individualized. So I came up with my own cycle instead. First, competition, discomfort brought on by that competition, and then innovation. So how does competition and discomfort lead us to innovation? Well, that's a good question. Competition and discomfort, it's all about personal mindset, really. We're under the positive attitude that what I'm doing is good, what I'm doing is great, that I'm going to succeed great things. When you throw competition into the mix, you start to doubt yourself. You start to wonder, am I doing really good? Am I going to succeed? And that causes discomfort. But with that discomfort, you take it and you embrace it, and then you innovate. You think outside the box. So basically, the glass half full turns to the glass half empty, and you're just full of doubt. And that negativity, it's actually called positive negativity, is what turns people off about competition. Positive negativity is the negative mindset brings positive results, and that's what makes competition work. Now, to throw it into a real-world example in our school systems today, I am going to share with you about an English project I've been doing in my English class this year. My teacher, he assigned us a project to do on Lord of the Flies. Our instructions were simply to teach the book in a way that would blow his mind. It sounds simple enough, right? But really, there is a catch. Only one group can get the A. The next best group can get the B, and so forth. And this is putting a lot of pressure onto our class and making us uncomfortable. And with that uncomfort, we're very hesitant, but we're pushing harder because we know that we want to succeed and we all want to reach that A. And we're thinking outside the box, and we're thinking of ways to present that book in ways that are completely different than we normally would. Rather than being given a rubric and told this is what you have to do to get the A, we're told your project needs to be done on the basis of being better than everyone else's. So I was looking through my notes again, and I was trying to figure out how innovation was brought out of the school system. And I had a lot of examples, and basically I could go on for a very long time complaining and whining about these examples, but instead I decided to turn it into a second system that has replaced the first. Forced equality, comfort, and contentment. Equality is a good thing. Now, it's been fought for in past events, and it's still being fought for today, and being equal is a good thing. Making a student equal on every single ground is another. One student may not be great at math, but they may be excellent in reading, and the other vice versa. Intelligence is in different types, and people, they basically have different strengths and weaknesses, and dividing them into one category and saying everyone's good at everything is a different approach, and it's not really working. The generalization, we teach one specific way, we grade one specific way, and it's comfortable because being equal makes us comfortable, and we don't have to worry about people who are above us, and inequalities make us uncomfortable. But what you have to do with those inequalities is you have to take them, and you have to use them to your advantage, and you have to think, I want to eliminate this inequality by making changes and thinking outside the box. So then, with the forced equality and the comfort, competition is then eliminated. So with the elimination of competition comes contentment. Content with what we have, simply thinking normally, not thinking outside the box, not trying to come up with new ideas, just simply content. So, class rank. It's a tool that's basically used to lay out students in order of highest to lowest in academic achievement. There's many arguments of the pros and cons on the internet and various news sources, and even in our own community today. A lot of schools have been eliminating class rank. I know that about 50% of schools actually have not been reporting their class rank. So, but I'm not here to talk about whether it should be used for the academic purposes. I thought maybe this class rank could be used for something else. Maybe it could be used as a tool for innovation. It basically follows the old cycle. It's a competition. You're placing students head to head for intellectual superiority. There's a first place, a second place, a 30th place, and even a last place. So it is in essence a competition, and it makes you feel uncomfortable. That negative mentality I was talking about earlier, that follows through with this. You're negative about, can I do this? Can I overcome the people above me? And you just doubt yourself. But what you have to do, you have to take those negative questions and you have to answer them with positive answers. Your past successes, you have to overcome them with other successes that are even better. And you have to innovate. You have to think outside the box, take that discomfort, and you have to apply it and make it worthwhile. But with the elimination of class rank, people don't know who's above them, who's below them, and you're not uncomfortable. You're simply you're content, you're happy, because why would someone push to do better when they are told that what they're doing is perfectly fine? And with the elimination of class rank, we're basically doing that. Now, the old system, it provides that competition, that motivation. The new system, it provides satisfaction, but where is the final push? Where's that final push for innovation? So what brought me to talk about this tonight? Well, initially it was passion, a very intense passion. I was genuinely passionate about this topic. I realized wrongs, I saw there was something wrong with the system, and I was so overzealous about it, I wanted to change it. But changing a whole entire system's a lot for a 15-year-old girl to take on. So then I was initially going to argue about it, and I wanted to be comfortable because I knew that it was such a black or white issue. You're either for competition or you're against it. I was so afraid of offending people that I wanted to be comfortable and just argue so you couldn't come back at me and be, oh, you're wrong in this point. I just wanted to argue my point so there was no loopholes for you to come back. But that was the wrong approach. That I realized that I was falling under the old cycle. I was making myself comfortable. I wasn't innovating. I didn't want to innovate. I wanted to be comfortable. And that was wrong. So what I did was I took a hold of my discomfort. I embraced my hesitations. I decided to ignore status quo and the idea of what's okay and how to be okay, and I decided to innovate. So I came up with these cycles I presented with you today. I needed a way to present my ideas, not force them on you, preach them to you, or fight with you. So essentially, what fueled my TED Talk? It basically was fueled by the attempts of preventing me from being the falling victim. Thank you.